Now, if this makes sense to you, that means then that how our nervous system operates, even its autonomic function, is a product of a pattern of a program that's very, very ancient. It's very old. It's why we call certain parts of our brain like the reptilian brain, because it's that old. The nervous system's functions, they go back very, very far. Let's think about then, if we're the product of these patterns that are the same as lobsters and reptiles and other animals, and that we're kind of like a different version, but we still have that at our base. Well, I'm wondering if you can contemplate going right back to the beginning of time and consider how the cells that are in our body are the same single cells that were on the bottom of the ocean floor when existence first started manifesting, when it first started being. And as single-celled organisms, we multiplied and grew into bacteria and different forms of organisms. And down in the depths of the sludge of the bottom of the ocean, the only thing that we had to orient was light. And as we used that light to orient, that started informing our nervous system. It started shaping our physiology, literally. And so if we think about that, the light comes from the sun at first, and then we realize that, well, then when we actually make it to the surface, there's all these other incredible lights in the sky. We call them stars, and we relate to them as other sources of light, which have actually helped orient us throughout our entire history of being. And this is what astrology tries to account for. It accounts for the patterns that are in the stars, in the cosmos, and how we can actually utilize these patterns to track where we've come from and where we are now. And this really helps us understand more clearly about who we really are. And when we understand clearly who we really are, we then have a much clearer idea of who we're not, and then we can start working on shedding and letting go of those patterns that is not in our true nature, that don't serve us anymore. And being the year of the snake, that's all an astrological alignment. There's certain patterns and cycles that happen, just like there's seasons that happen, and this year of the snake is the Chinese way of tracking particular patterns in the cosmos, so that this year seems to have this character of being a year where everyone collectively kind of lets go of shedding all the things that don't serve. And that's why it's important. I hope that's helpful. May all beings be peaceful.